All righty. How's it going? Today's gonna be kind of just a chill, turn brain off, thinky stream, you know. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if anyone's here yet. Probably not. But for those of you who don't know, you can get infinite shiny ruin legends. What's up, Kinla? I'm gonna be showing how to exploit the system and get infinite shiny Pokemon legendary thingies. Specifically the ruins. But yeah. What's up, Red? How you doing? Yippee. Yeah. So, I didn't mean to. What's up, Jay? So, for those of you who don't know, the Ruin Legendaries are currently available, Scarlet and Violet. And you get them by basically just starting a new save, right? And you can make infinite profile, or you can't make infinite profiles. You can make 8 profiles on your Switch, right? So I'm gonna close this. And basically you could just keep resetting a save profile to get infinite of the shinies. You do need to have this one with a Nintendo account. You do need to make a separate Nintendo account for this profile, but you don't need to pay for online or anything. So still haven't gotten the DLC. There, the DLCs were pretty good. I really enjoyed them. Probably more than the base game, honestly. Base game was kind of a whatever burger. But yeah, so basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset this CPTN save profile, and we're just gonna speedrun the start of the game, get the shinies, reset, and do it again. And we'll probably do it 2 or 3 times. Each run takes about an hour, so it's gonna be a very chill stream. And you know, we could talk about the Minecraft update or the Minecraft Direct thing that they did today. Or we could talk about anything else, you know. I appreciate people chatting. Last night during Silksong, when I was playing Silksong, there was no one there for like the first hour. Jay was there at the very start, but then like nobody spoke for like a whole hour while I was fighting the second to last boss in the game, and I was crashing out because I had no one to talk to. It was bad. It was rough. Anyways, that's just me being a little baby or something. Just over Pokemon now, but love still watching. That's fair. It's been so long, I think, since Pokemon has made a good game. You're asleep. I'm not blaming anyone, just to be clear. Like, yeah, people have lives. People are busy, right? Kindle loves to lurk, you know? I do not want any of you to think that I'm throwing you under the bus. I just was crashing out. But we beat Silksong last night, if you missed that. Beat one of the endings. So, you know. Anyways, so if you don't know how to reset your save file, you come down to data management and then manage software, and then go to the game. Nope, that's not it. Ignore me. I'm doing this wrong. Delete save data. That's where you go. Ooh. So then Pokemon Violet, I need to be careful because I don't want to delete my main save file. But then you just delete save data for that specific profile. I haven't done anything in this profile, so like I don't actually care. The only thing I've done is used it to claim the shiny legendaries, which, by the way, you have 3 days left to claim the shiny legendaries. So if you want to get multiple of them, that's you know. Real crash out. Oh my god. I would actually be heartbroken if I deleted my main save file. I should honestly probably go through and save everything. Lauren's my sister. So I don't think there's actually anything on this profile other than Mario Kart. So like, I don't know. But anyways, we're just gonna hop into this. You don't need DLCs and you don't need Nintendo Switch Online. So this account that I am using does not have Nintendo Switch Online set up for it. It does have a Nintendo account. You do need a separate Nintendo account, but like you can just make a Nintendo account for free with just a registered email or whatever, right? So you get 8 profiles on your Switch and you could do it on all 8 of them. Yeah. But I'm just doing it this way because I don't want to make a new email. All right, chat. Pick a number 1 through 8. The number that I see most is the one that we're going to choose. What's up, Dale? 6. 7. All right. 6 or 7. Somebody break the tie. You moved to 7. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm already on 7, so. The name doesn't matter, so chat, come up with a name. Pickles. All right, I love it. All lowercase, because that's how Kinla typed it. I was debating instead of I was gonna stream this, right? Start a new profile and then set it up for like speedruns and stuff, because speedruns for this game don't actually start at the start of the game. They start once you get to the academy or something. So that way you don't have to sit through the cutscene every time. You just don't save your game, you know? Every time you do a speedrun, you just reset back to the academy and you don't have to sit through any of the tutorials or stuff, right? It's really convenient, kind of smart. But anyways, I was thinking about doing that for this profile, but then I was like, you know, I don't want to do a 6-hour speedrun. That's too much time. So yeah. Anyways, what did everybody think of the Minecraft Direct? I know it's not called a Minecraft Direct, but that's what I'm calling it because I don't have a better name for it. Speedrun Nuzlocke when? You know, Nuzlocke would be fun. I don't know how to do Nuzlocks in modern Pokemon games, though. They're so weird. I don't know how to do Nuzlocke in modern Pokemon games because there's like so many Pokemon out in the wild, right? I feel like you should have like a route randomizer or something, and that's just what you have to catch. And like it's based off of the RNG odds or something of something spawning. I don't know. What's your question, Red? No Narfi? What about Narfi? Craft Dungeon Spear. Yeah, Spear's cool. I'm excited for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a preference for it or whatever. It's cool that they're adding more stuff, you know? You like best? That's fair. Pokemon Pro plays Nuzlocke of Game for Children. From the earlier stream, yeah. He was doing his own stream. The intro for this game is so goddamn long. Ugh. He crashed. I should have been timing how long this takes us, Emma. We're 10 minutes into the stream and we're starting to move. Oh, I'm so used to using the D-pad for movement because all I've been playing on controller has been Hollow Knight, and I use the D-pad for that. And I'm like trying to use the D-pad to walk, and it's already bad. Ugh. City base, how it'll work. Yeah, I'm really curious. Also, ZA comes out in like 3 weeks. I was like really indifferent to its release, right? Because like it's been Pokemon Legends Arceus is probably my favorite Pokemon game I've played in a long time, right? Because it was just like refreshing, running around. Good morning, Pickles. Catching Pokemon Simulator, you know? And that was just really fun. And neither Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, none of the games on Switch have had that, right? That feeling of running around catching things like a child, you know? There's a substitute doll on the shelf. That's so cute. I never noticed that before. Right? I don't know. Like in your childhood, you used to play pretend as a Pokemon trainer, right? And PLA was the closest to that feeling that I've ever had playing a Pokemon game, you know? Maybe since I first played Pokemon, right? So like that game had so much. It had a lot for me personally, right? It didn't have a battle simulator, which is normally the thing that I gravitate towards in Pokemon. But like, because I don't care much for the games, you know? The games or whatever. Am I supposed to be doing something? I wasn't paying attention to what Mom was saying. Am I supposed to grab my hat? Won't be getting the new Pokemon game. Oh, sorry. I'm excited for it. Why am I upside down? Because this instance, I don't remember how it happened. It happened in some stream. I think somebody told me to change it or something. But in some stream, somebody told me to flip it upside down, and so I did that. And so for all of my capture card instances, it's just flipped upside down. Bonking my controller. Oops. I'm trying to use the pad to move. Hate it here. Yeah, like Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, Sword and Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Scarlet and Violet have all been kind of letdowns in my mind when it comes to like actually the actual gameplay, I guess. I don't know what else to say than that. Just the normal gameplay, you know? And PLA was kind of the only game that I had just loved. So I have high hopes for PLZA, right? I didn't going in, but it has slowly grown more and more. What's up, Ain? How's it going? I don't remember how to pronounce your name. I think you maybe had told me that last time, but sorry. What's up, Sheffer? How you doing? You're restarting the game? Yeah, so we're restarting the game to get the shiny rune legendaries, and then we're going to start over the game again to get the shiny rune legendaries. It's going to be a really exciting stream. And by really exciting stream, I mean this is going to be a really boring stream, which is why you guys are here. Yes, you. I'm pointing at you to entertain chat by talking to me. How do I program a macro on this controller? So I got a new controller with my Switch 2, right? And it has like programmable buttons on the back, I think. And I need to figure out how to like program them to mash A for me. Also, it's not a Galarian Zigzagoon on my head. It's a normal raccoon wearing a Galarian Zigzagoon onesie. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you. For the Minecraft Direct that we got today, what was everybody's favorite thing that they saw? I think for me, it's the Nautiluses. I already have plans to make like a new, I say new, I don't know if I've ever actually done it. Make like a full-on underwater kingdom or something for some survival world and have Nautilus shell transport tunnels going all the way around. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I love that they made the Trident ground more annoying. It was so funny. They're adding Nautilus? Yeah, it's a new mob that they showed off today. Looks really cool. All right, chat. 1, 2, or 3 for which starter we should get. 1. I won't tell you the numbers, but what they correlate to. Just pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. 2. 1. Cat. I see 2 2s. Zombie horse jockey with a spear. I don't know if that'll make baby zombies more dangerous because like it'll be capped out at the horse's movement speed, right? So not the duck. So what I have based this off of is their Pokemon Dex numbers, right? 1 being Sprigatito, 2 being Fuecoco, and 3 being Quaxley. So we're doing Fuecoco. Pickles with a green cat. Oh, that's true. Sorry. You need a shiny Sprigatito. These 3 starters are shiny locked. You can't actually get them shiny, unfortunately. Hitbox, true. I don't know what I just agreed to, but it was probably something dangerous. It's fine. We're not going to be seeing much of our starter. I think there's going to be the one fight with Nimona and then the fight against the Houndour, and then that's it, I think. That is true. The hitbox will be mildly annoying. Look at how empty those eyes are. He just wants food. I'm not gonna bother. How do you get the shiny legendaries? Okay, so there's 4 legendaries that are currently available right now. Actually, there's 6 if you happen to go to GameStop and get lucky. Out of curiosity, did anyone get shiny Miraidon or Koraidon yesterday? Wait, I miss Pickles? I thought this game, the protagonist was genderless in this game. That's crazy. This whole time I thought it was like meant to be a genderless person, so that way you could project your own gender onto the character. But like he actually just says Miss. Interesting. I didn't know that. Look at that, Miss Pickles. You'll drive to GameStop after work. I would. So if you're here in the US, right, it's at GameStop. Every other store does something differently, right? But emphasis on but. Most GameStops in the US were sold out within like 2 or 3 hours. I went to my local GameStop about 4 hours after the event started, right? And they were already sold out. They didn't have any. And then I called another GameStop in my city. I almost just doxed myself. And they're like, yeah, all of the GameStops in this city are sold out. So then I called the city over and they were also sold out. So yeah, I wasn't able to, okay, I say I wasn't able to get any from GameStop, but when I went to that first GameStop, there was a line outside the door, right? Because there's a TCG release going on right now. So a lot of people are there for the TCG release. Scalpers mainly. Who are also selling the codes, fun fact. GameStops. Okay, it's a different store. I think you said you were UK, Red. It's a different store for the UK, I believe. Also, the UK is just giving it out as like a printable code that they can print at the store, which I think means that there's potentially infinite where you're from. So you might be lucky. But so when I got there, right, somebody in line was like, all right, so I asked the sales associate or whatever if they still had any more, right? And they're like, nope, we're out. And then some guy in line was like, yo, I got you. And he just gave me a code because he had spares or something. And I was like, legend. So yeah, I got lucky and I got one. And then on top of that, somebody else, one of my mods, happens to live in a very desolate area and their GameStop still had some. So I was able to get one from them. So I got two, one for Miraidon and one for Coraidon. The way that it works, by the way, if you have Scarlet, you get Miraidon. If you have Violet, you get Coraidon. And I have both, so I was able to get two codes, one for each. Yeah. Yay for good karma, yeah, for real. Let's go again, just one more battle. Bruh. Quaxing. Or in the bigger city, yeah. You can always call ahead, Sheffer. I'm guessing that they're probably sold out though, unfortunately. Anyways, so yeah, it's different stores at different countries, so you know it won't be GameStop in say the UK or whatever. So you can probably find it on the Pokemon website or just do a quick Google for what places are giving it away. Also, thanks for the Lord Kinley. I appreciate it. Normally I play with like a wired controller to my PC, right? But like I'm not wired, so I can just move to the other side of the room and have no problems. I was opening my blinds. I'm trying to play with one hand. So anyways, so you have to play through the... Somebody asked how to get the shiny rune legendaries. Basically, you have to play through the intro of the game. Pretty easy, pretty chill. Which is what we're doing. And we need to get to the first Pokemon Center. And once we get there and talk to Nimona, I believe, we will be able to unlock the online thing. Yeah, you need to go through the intro of the game. Or, you know, if you already have a save file, you can just do it in that save file. I have already done it in all of my save files, which is why I'm starting a new profile to get another set of shiny legends. This way. At some point, yeah, you have 3 days left to do it. The event ends. Can I like... hoping to avoid talking to her. Yeah, you have 3 days left to do it. It ends on the 30th UTC, which is like... I don't know. Game went bankrupt ages ago. Oof. Sorry, Red. I'm really hoping that they do a digital code because there's been a pretty big outcry from fans here in the US because most people weren't able to get the codes. So I think there is likely to be... I can't run from this fight. Probably faster to just throw a ball at it. This is guaranteed capture. If you didn't know, the first ball you throw in Pokemon games post like Sword and Shield or post like Gen 6 or something, post Gen 5 is guaranteed to capture. That said, I don't know if that's true if you're trying to catch overleveled things in games that have the overlevel mechanic like this game does. So wow, we got 10 Pokeballs. Yay. Oh, we have to battle Arvin. Arwen? Is his name Arvin or Arwen? I think it's Arwen. Or Arvin, excuse me. Arwen's from Lord of the Rings. She has a really funny line of dialogue if you haven't caught any. Oh, apparently it's only... She has the same dialogue if you've only caught one. Oh, maybe that isn't dialogue. That's the cry from Miraidon. Because of scalpers, that's fair. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really hoping that they release it with just a digital online download, because there's so many people here in the States that didn't get access to it because of scalpers. And like they're selling them for like $40 a pop on the internet. And I saw that and I was like, there's no way this is real. That actually pissed me off. Oh no, I fell. That's crazy that there's like no rock debris or anything from that fall, right? Even if I slipped, there'd probably still be pebbles that I took with me, you know? Crazy. All right, would you like a mom sandwich? Or is it sandwich from mom? It might be sandwich from mom. Oh, it's just sandwich. I hate this game so much. You have no idea. You and your best friend open? Hell yeah, that's awesome. I hope you get some cool pulls. I hope you get the Charizard that is inevitably going to go for like thousands of dollars, Dale. That's a great question, Jay. It's because it's a cyborg. I don't know, man. Hoping for that. Okay, okay, okay. Do not look great. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'm playing on a Switch too. So like it's extra not great. Switch to graphics, yep. So we got Paladin. I don't know what Paladin is. The heck, Nintendo. I mean, they probably just didn't upgrade their graphics for Switch 2. At least it runs at 60 FPS. You know, that's my big takeaway from all of this, is that the game actually runs at a decent frame rate, right? Also, I think this is my first Switch 2 stream, I think. Why did they just decide that the intro for this game should take 12 years and that you have to walk the entire way? Oh my god. Asia gave it the name Paladin. Oh, gotcha. Intro's so much fun. Is it though? Be honest with ourselves. Is it though? I don't know what I just said A to. I hope I told her that I was dying. Yeah, that is true, Shepard. We only need to make it to the first gym. Or the first Poke Center. And it seems like it's waiting for you. Maybe I should run ahead of it. Game, let me run ahead of it so it doesn't have to wait for me. It's really rude of me to make it wait for me. Come on, game. Any day now. Thank you. Oh. Look at that. Look at how slow we are. So anyways, mine is so slow because that's what they decided to do. Just your opinion, I guess. Okay. A lot of people say that Scarlet and Violet are really soulless. Because they have like big, expansive areas with just nothing in them, right? Which is kind of how real life is, right? You know? So like I don't think that the game feels very soulless or anything like that. But I do agree that they should have spent another year cooking this game. It comes with a Switch 2 edition. For real. That's what I'm saying about Smash Ultimate. I'm surprised that they haven't released a Smash Ultimate XD or something, right? That adds another 5 characters and, you know. Retired really early. Yeah, I heard Doug Bowser quit. This is like his last month or something. Still a funny glitch in this game. There's a lot of funny glitches in this game. Goodbye, Flake Coco. It was nice knowing you. This doesn't even show the animation for it attacking. What? Like, a Smash Ultimate upgrade edition would sell like hotcakes. Smash Ultimate. In this game, I've seen that. I think that's happened to me before in this game. But it's basically just an NPC that gets unloaded, but the bag for whatever reason doesn't get unloaded, and it just tracks up the mountain. Is that it's unpolished? I would say that it still lacks polish, but in its current state, I would say that it has like an 8 out of 10 in terms of polish, right? Maybe a 7. Start having voice acting in Pokemon games? God, no. Please, no. In Sun and Moon remasters, I don't want to hear people talking at me in a Pokemon game. You know, I like mashing A through the dialogue. Pokemon games don't have generally don't have a good story, so like I just don't want to interact with it, right? It's like Monster Hunter, you know? I think one of the worst things Monster Hunter did was add voice acting to their games, because the story in the games is so egregiously bad, right? It's like Pokemon games. You're not playing the game for a good story, you know? Favorite Sun and Moon character? The Professor, probably. Or the Masked Royale. We made the mistake of buying Brilliant Pearl. I think you mean Shining Pearl. And Shining Pearl is fine. It has problems, but apparently it's a really good game in mod. So that's what I'm looking forward to. You're playing the game for the monster fights. Exactly. What about the champion? What about the champion? Guzma's your... Oh, you're right. Guzma's definitely my favorite too. I love Guzma. Guzma was such a baller. Team Skull is unironically one of my favorite quote-unquote evil teams. Even though they're not really evil, I'm a big fan of Team Plasma, Team Skull. Sun and Moon are games that get a lot of hate for a lot of reasons. I think Sun and Moon, especially Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, are really good games. Oh, I'm battling him? Crazy. Love it. Yep, it is Jay. Oh my gosh, he got a critical hit! Oh dear! The professor had a child, Kukui from Sun and Moon. It's gonna be jungle related, fair. I like that they're focusing on the oceans right now, just because the oceans have been relatively bare, right? We only have, I'm gonna say 2 unique ocean biomes. That being the frozen ocean and the warm ocean biomes, right? And then there's just the normal ass ocean biomes that are literally nothing in them, you know? So I hope that we get like another 2 ocean biomes during all this. The one who had an Incineroar. Did he have an Incineroar? I never watched the anime. Special baby models, true, yeah. What's up, Moondrop Shadow? How's it going? Showdown, excuse me. I'm doing well, how are you? The guy with the Turtonator. What guy had a Turtonator in Sun and Moon? Do I have to go up to the top of the tower? I think I do, right? Gotta climb the lighthouse. Let me just get these ruined legends, please. One of the trial people? Clearly I need to replay Sun and Moon. The flame kid who worked on a farm? I have no idea what you're talking about, Red. You mostly go by Shadow. I will try to remember that. No promises. It's difficult to remember names for people sometimes. But I'll try to remember that, Shadow. In tropical waters? I thought Nautilus lived at like the bottom of the ocean in like the middle of nowhere. Do they live in tropical biomes in real life? Tropical oceans? Getting Wii graphic volumes? For real. I was gonna say GameCube graphic, but you know. To be fair, the Switch one, the original Switch is not a powerful console, right? A lot of people talk about how Nintendo like games just don't look very impressive on the Switch, the exception being the Legend of Zelda games, right? Generally. But for the most part, like the Switch is a really weak console, so you know I don't fault them too much for having limiting graphics. Also, you don't play Pokemon games for good graphics, let's be honest. You play it for the cute little creatures. Doing good, glad to hear it. Nautilus live in deep waters of the tropical Indo-Pacific Ocean. Okay, but hear me out. The deep waters aren't very tropical, are they? Because like once you get past a certain depth in oceans, the water is like hard stuck at like 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius, right? Isn't that how it works? ocean water, like under past a depth of like 30 meters or something, is always cold. Even closer to the surface, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how ocean biomes work in real life. Yahweh has a Charizard? Who's Yahweh? Who's the fire trial guy? Okay. I knew what you're talking about. He's the shirtless guy. All right, guys, it's been 41 minutes. Actually, no, it's only been 30 minutes, actually, to get here. Normally it takes about an hour, so, you know, that's not bad. So here's what you do. You get via internet. And now you can claim Shiny Wo-Chen gift. Shiny Wo-Chen, by the way, has a bomb shiny. I love this shiny. Favorite Galarian character? Sonia. She's like an aspiring researcher. I love that. Chen Pao probably has the worst shiny of the four. Happened to the zebras now in Origin Realms? Are the zebras made via zombie horses? That's kind of funny. They could probably get away with like repurposing one of the old horse textures for it. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Shiny Tinglu's alright. Favorite type gym leader? Oh, wait, the dark gym from... Oh, you're talking about Piers? Yeah, Piers is my favorite gym leader of all time. I freaking love Piers. Tinglu looks the worst? I don't know. I like Tinglu more than Chen Pao. And then Shiny Chi-Yu. This is probably the best one of the four. I don't understand his motives at all. He wants to blow up the world or something. I don't know. With unlimited energy, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Baby, yeah. Shiny Chi-Yu is so freaking good. You're not sure about Leon? Leon's cool. I don't have a problem with him. Alright, and I don't think I care about any of this stuff because we're about to reset the save profile. Cool. Not what I'm doing. All right, cool. And now we're gonna transfer them into Pokemon Home. Shouldn't have known about Eternatus. Man, I don't know. Pokemon lore is like, if you look too closely at it, things stop making a lot of sense. I would not recommend reading too much into the lore of Pokemon, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. Gotta have an army. Oh, you hold on. I need to switch the profile. No, Violet. Most of the time you've noticed, yeah. So here's my Shining Living Dex, right? We're almost done with Galar. We're literally just missing the starters now. I have everything else. I also don't have the shiny locked Pokemon from the DLC, but those are shiny locked, so whatever. But like Koraidon and Miraidon were the last two things that I needed, or most recent two things I got. Anyways, so as you can see, we have already I'm really struggling with this D-pad right now. For ruined Pokemon, pay no attention to their names being French. I have a French account. But if we come over here, oh my god, I'm really struggling with this D-pad on this controller. I don't know if I'm just pressing buttons too quickly or if there is just noticeable input delay. These are also all shiny Charcadets. Anyways, so we're gonna do this again and get another set of 4 ruins. Yeah, we're gonna have to get another Charcadet just to finish out the box as well. I'm convinced that there's gonna be a Hoarder, 100%. I'm convinced that there's gonna be another Charcadet evolution, and I'm gonna look like a genius for getting those shiny Charcadets. Just saying. Anyways, okay, so here's my reasoning for farming the ruins. 3 of the 4 ruin legendaries have been extremely viable in competitive Pokemon, right? And this is the only way to get them. They're currently shiny locked in the game normally, so I can't get them that way. So like, if I ever want to make a team with Chi-Yu, I have a shiny Chi-Yu that I can just slap onto the team. If I want to make a team with shiny Tinglu, I have a shiny Tinglu. You know? Wo-Chen's the only one that doesn't see major competitive usage, but the other 3 have all generation, so. Yep. Was shiny Charcadet? Why would I use shiny Charcadet, not its evolutions? Come on now, Sheffer. No, a buddy of mine brought Ceruledge to a regional, and he ended up day 2ing with it, so. And Armarouge has gotten usage all generation as well, so. Yeah, it's definitely possible to use those. All right. And so now, where am I going? Data management, delete save data, close Pokemon home, Violet, CPTN. And we just delete that and we just start over. Wait. I need to show you what I did. Let me see if I still have them. You hoard shinies. Yeah. Hold on. I want to show something. So there was an event for Scarlet and Violet. Probably in like the first year, maybe second year, where they gave out shiny Mews, right? And if you brought those Mews to a Mewtwo raid, they got like a special mark or something. Anyways, so you could do the same thing where you would just reset your game over and over again to get infinite Mews. And so he has a box of shinies. I don't have a box of shiny Mews, but like I just have random boxes of shinies. Like this box has like a bunch of shiny Chimchars, a bunch of shiny Delibirds, you know. This is just where all my shinies are in Pokemon Home. I have all of the shiny Flabebe line, which there was an event for this, which made it easier. But this is the start of my shiny living dex, right? Where I've just been slowly chipping away at it for a year or 2 now, 3 years, I don't know. Anyways, not important. We're looking for something specific. Filter. Got 5 Mews during that event period. They're all different Terra types. Yeah. This is just my box of random ass legendaries. I think we're close to the shiny box, maybe. Nope. We were 100 blocks off. Blocks? Boxes. Anyways. You have 100 plus shinies in Arceus? Yeah, a lot of these shinies are from Arceus. Anyways, okay. Violet, close, CPTN. All right, we're starting at 51 minutes. We're going to actually pay attention to how long this takes us. An Arceus shiny dex? Good luck. All right, pick a number, chat. Seven. We just did 7. 7's off the table. Pick a different number. 8. 9 is not an option. 5 is this one over here. 8 or 5. Somebody break the tie. Somebody please break the tie. 5. Okay, Kinla switch sides again. Actually, you know what, Kinla? We'll go with yours since you switched sides last time. All right, we need a name. Muffin. Jerry. I like Jerry. Oh. Our name's Jer. I hit plus instead of A. Easier to get shiny Cyndaquil in Arceus? Yeah, do it in Scarlet and Violet. Sorry, Red. Specifically in the second DLC. Cyndaquil's a relatively easy hunt, I think. For one of the GCs, I shiny hunted Cyndaquil for it in Scarlet and Violet, moved it into Legends ZA, or Legends Arceus, not Legends ZA, evolved it there into Typhlosion, and then moved it back. Because I just did not want to deal with the outbreaks in ZA. ZA in Arceus, Jesus. No DLC. Yep, fair enough. Have fun with the outbreaks. Spawns so many shinies. That is true. However, you have to just get lucky with the outbreak that you get, right? Which can take a while. Also, the RNG is like predetermined in Arceus. However, you can manipulate that. Manipulate the date. I don't remember if date manipulating works anymore. I think they patched that out. But you can manipulate the spawns based, or like manipulate what the spawns, whether the spawns are shiny or not. Kind of. A few shiny Rowlets in Arceus. Nice. Did we watch this cutscene before? I don't remember this cutscene. I remember this one. Yeah, I would say it is Sheffer. You don't get the little sound, but I would say it's easier. Also, some shiny hunts are easier on Switch 1. I think Cyndaquil is one of the shiny hunts that's easier on Switch 1. Clodsire Elite 4 members, cool. You know, I couldn't tell you. Is that the one with the swoopy hair? It's not Larry. Larry's like normal or flying, depending on when you encounter him. The little girl's the one with the steel type. Blue-haired woman. Okay. And then who's the fourth person? Who's the fourth Elite member? Elite 4 member. God. Cannot remember anything about this game. Oh, there's an applin on my wall. That's so cute. Should have been Nimona. Nimona's a champion, so I don't think that makes sense. Actually, they're all probably champions, let's be honest. Basically the lore of Scarlet and Violet is that there's multiple champions, I believe. Also, it's a little detail, but I love that your mom's hair and skin color changes based off of which character you choose. It's much better than the normal one. Normal one's fine. I don't have a problem with the normal champion. Ida, I think is her name. Her team's a bit lame. Okay, I say that. 5 of her 6 Pokemon are really cool. I don't know why the hell she has a Go-Goat. If there's one Pokemon that I associate with Galar, it's not Go-Goat, you know? Go-Goat isn't lame. Go-Goat is a forgettable Gen 6 Pokemon that has nothing important to do in this game, right? So it makes very little sense for her to have a Go-Goat. Rika? Oh, they're the dragon guy, right? They're the artist dragon guy. Rika? Oh, wait, no. Is Rika the blue hair person? The fourth guy's the dragon person, right? Maybe I should get a Mega Evolution? Maybe. Kogoat should just get an evolution. The one with Clodsire, gotcha. Who's the dragon artist guy? Because that's the fourth one. All right, chat. Start thinking. 1, 2, 3. Which starter should we pick? We gotta wait. But we're almost there. Hassle. 2. All of them. Can I sprint yet? Please, maybe. Yes. Also, that front door is so pretty. The stained glass front door. I love that. Chat, I need you guys to donate 1 million subs so that way I can go and buy a stainless steel, a stained glass door for my apartment. Please and thank you. I hate it here. Miss Jer. Got a burnt apple. You dropped it. Oh, I agreed to be friends with her. That's what happened before. Mistakes were made. I'm pretty sure if you say no, she freaks out and you have to say yes. She just keeps asking you until you say yes. Piers, Sun and Moon, Guzma, Scarlet and Violet, Rika. Fair. Who's my favorite character? Oh, Larry's my favorite character in Scarlet and Violet. I freaking love Larry. He's just a man working a 9 to 5 that doesn't want to deal with your crap, you know? I love Larry. Paxley. That was 2, right? Is the embodiment of all people, yeah. He's the embodiment of the working class. I love Larry. Yeah. Piers is a good pick for Galar. I love Piers. As someone who listens to a lot of punk rock, I love Piers. He was the... Well, okay. He's the best dark type gym leader that we have ever gotten, right? There might be a very obvious reason for that. But he is the best dark type gym leader we've ever gotten. And I would go as far to say that he's the best gym leader we've ever gotten. I love Piers so much. Oh, let me do the fast trap. Yeah. And hates Dynamax for real. He's an anarchist. What the hell? Oh, I saw that now I'm saving in the top corner of my screen and I wasn't able to move because these bushes have collision. And I thought my game crashed. But no, the bushes apparently have collision. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, I was challenged by Nimona. Crazy. Whoa, you know what super effective damage is? That's crazy. found Nimona annoying. I think she's fun. I don't have a problem with her. I think she's fun. I don't dislike her. Whoa, we leveled up. That's crazy. Just one more battle. As in speaking, not the person. I don't know. Like, you found her dialogue annoying, but you didn't find her as a person annoying. Let's battle again. Do I really need to be taken under her wing? Can I just, like, I don't know, go fight the champion right now? I'm about to have 4 really powerful legendaries. The legendaries don't actually listen to you. I really wish there was an option to opt out of the tutorials. Just saying. Playing it for the second time. This is probably like my 12th time playing through this intro cutscene. No, it's definitely more than that because we had the 5 Mews, right? Yeah. Already made a friend, I guess. Eat proper meals. Sandwich from mom. Chat, we're winning. We have a sandwich from mom. Do you have a sandwich from mom? Can I please walk? Thank you. Just want to complete the decks again. I don't want to. I was looking at speedrun categories today, right? Because again, I was debating like setting up this profile for speedrunning, which I've decided that I don't want to dedicate my life to 6-hour speedruns. But anyways, there's this speedrun for completing the Pokedex. So you can either do it 1 person or 3 person. I don't know why 3 person is an option, but there is an option for that. And the world record for completing this the Pokedex is like 18 hours or something for a single person. I would think it would be 1 player or 2 player, right? Because 2 player gives you the ability to each have your own, you know, save file going or whatever. 1 Scarlet, 1 Violet. I don't know what the 3rd person adds. Oh, it's for the 3rd starter. Ooh, I get it. I understand now. Apparently I'm KOing this Lechonk is what I've decided. Yeah, I'm a gamer. tried throwing a ball. I don't know, Jim. The one where N was in. I think the Gen 5 games, both of them, are contenders for best story in any Pokemon game. And wow, thank you for healing my Pokemon that hadn't taken any damage. Any meaningful damage, I guess. They're just about to get KO'd by that Houndoom, so I don't think that really matters. But anyways, yeah, the Gen 5 games probably have the best story. I think contenders are like Base Sun and Moon. Base Sun and Moon has a really good story. I think Platinum has a pretty good story, but I don't think it's as good as Black White or Black 2 White 2 or Sun and Moon. Those are probably like Black and White, Black 2 White 2, and Sun and Moon are probably the best stories in all Pokemon, I think. And I think Ultra Moon does a few things better than Sun and Moon, but for the most part, the story's worse. Because they like completely change Lucamine's story. Also, for the record, N was in Black and White. Just to be clear. Still your favorite. Love making queries if you need tier 6 Giratinas. You're not talking too much, dude. I actually really appreciate you talking because it helps me keep my sanity. I love the hand that goes up. Just like, wait, come back. I think I should just climb the cliffs. Let's be honest with ourselves. You know what's crazy? It's crazy that people go swimming in the oceans in these games, right? When there's like just sharks and shit that are like actually trying to eat people, you know? So that was awesome. They give you a shiny Giratina. That's sick. That's one of the shinies I don't think I have. Oi. What's that Pokemon in front of you? It looks super strong. Whoa, that was amazing. So that was weird. In older games, it's actually really easy to get Pokerus. Kind of. So it's difficult to get Pokerus, right, to start. But once you get it, you have it forever, right? Because I remember getting it in X and Y, I think. I don't remember if I got it from another trainer. Getting a virus from another trainer. That's funny. Or if I got it just through my normal playthrough. But like, I got it. I kept it on like a Vileplume that just, I let it leave my box for like 3 minutes at a time. So that way it would affect my party or whatever. And then it would just go back into the box and then it would stay there, right? And because if it was in the box, it didn't, the 48-hour clock or the 24-hour clock that's on it didn't progress, right? And so it just stayed in there. And then when Sun and Moon came out, I transferred up to Sun and Moon and then did the same thing, right? And then Sword and Shield, the same thing. Although Sword and Shield might have been the game where they removed Pokerus. I'm not confident in that. They removed Pokerus in either this game or Sword and Shield. There's no way you can run from this opponent. I should have thrown the ball. Maybe I could have caught it. I like that he's debating not helping. So many Houndoom. I'm in so much need right now, chat. Why didn't we start with this? No? Give them sandwiches. Return from the sandwich. What? Excuse me? Wow, TM Swift. So powerful. Hi Arvin, let's battle. Randomize Scarlet and Violet? How would that even work? Just randomize spawns? You can't like do randomized rooms or anything. There's like 4 rooms in the entire game. Just randomize Pokemon? Sounds kind of boring. Wah! Gym type leaders. Guess that could work. Interesting. I want it gone. Yeah, we're gaming. Oh, we got a workup? I'm gonna start setting up and sweeping here soon. A boy named Arvin gave it to you. Lemon curd cheesecake today. Lemon. I like lemon. That's crazy that you're allowed to hold 7 Pokemon in this game. Just saying. Lemon curd cheesecake. I'm not big on cheesecake, but I like lemon. Ah, we're almost done. Beautiful nature as far as the eye can see. Is it really beautiful? It's a no-bake cheesecake. Fancy, I think. I don't know. I've never made a cheesecake before. Why is go back up an option? Ah, we're almost to the finish line. It's fine. All right. That was about 35 minutes, start to finish. 36, I think. Not bad, not bad. A lot better than Switch 1. Switch 1, I think it was about an hour to get to this point. So, yeah. Half an hour, a little more. It's significantly faster on Switch 2 than it is on Switch 1, which is nice. Shiny Woach. Say shiny Woach. The Woachinator. Live Wochen reaction right here. What type of trainer would I be? A gym leader? I don't want the Petra Run gift. This safe house probably gonna get reset. But oh well. Usually my default is bug. So for context, when I was learning competitive Pokemon, in Generation 6, I started playing competitive Pokemon in Gen 5, but Gen 6 is when I really started to learn a lot more about IVs, EVs, and all that. I got really into Monotype. And Monotype is a format where you can only run one type of Pokemon, right? And so I started with Mono Fighting. Fighting was my favorite type back in the day, right? And I soon found out that Mono Fighting was one of the worst monotypes in the game. So that was fun. But what ended up happening was I was learning as I went, right? And for some reason, I was drawn to Mono Bug. I don't know if it was something specific in Mono Bug, but Bug had a really good balance score, at least from my perspective. Turns out Mono Bug wasn't as good as I thought it was in retrospect. That's not important, right? But then Gen 7 rolled around, and Gen 7 gave us Araquanid. And suddenly Mono Bug was actually an amazing type, right? It had a really good balance core in Araquanid, Volcarona, Mega Caesar. And so I quickly adopted those three as like a really good and common core that I would use. And then I would enter monotype tournaments and stuff and do pretty well. But anyways, fast forward to like last summer, I think. I want to say it was last summer. My friends and I were doing a monotype draft league. What am I doing? I love draft. Draft leagues are one of my favorite things to do in Pokemon. Did I save my game? Really hope I saved my game. I think autosave is on by default, so it's probably fine. Anyways, not important. And so the way that we did it was you were assigned a type, and then you got to draft 2 more types, right? And you were limited to the number of options and stuff. You had points, blah, blah, blah. Not important, right? And I ended up I got Ice assigned to me, and then I drafted Bug and Poison, right? Those were my other 2 types. Everyone knows that I was hyping up Mono Bug. I was hyping up Ice as well. So it was really funny that I got randomly assigned Ice. Nope, I need to switch profiles. Anyways, so I was hyping up Ice. So everyone was terrified of me getting Mono Ice right off the rip, right? And then I drafted mono bug, which everyone shits on bug types because bug types are bad, blah, 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 blah. I ended up finishing the season in first place, the regular season, not playoffs. I ended up finishing the regular season in first place by only bringing mono bug to every single battle I went to. And yeah, that was really funny. And then for playoffs, I didn't bring mono bug a single time, and I lost. It was funny, but yeah, I love mono bug. Gen 9 gave mono bug some really fun toys in low kicks and Cleavor, which I guess is 8.5 technically. Like Cleavor made like the flying and fire matchups so much better for mono bug. Low kicks made fire better as well, and ghost. So yeah, isn't that terrible? People make it out to be. Don't get me wrong, mono bug has some problems, right? Primarily a weakness to stealth rocks is a really big problem. That said, bug has a lot of good hazard removal, so it's not the worst. Also, bug is probably the best hazard stacking type, right? They have hazard setters of all 4 categories, ignoring stealth rocks because stealth rocks don't really exist. But stealth rocks, spikes, toxic spikes, and sticky webs, they're the only type that has all 4, I believe, other than normal. Sounds right in my head. There might be another type that has all 4. Fairy probably has all 4. Fairy definitely has all 4, actually. But Bug's one of the few types that has it. On top of that, Bug has a lot of Pokemon that can swap onto whichever hazard you need, right? So, yeah. Anyways, so monotype Bug has always been my monotype of choice. That said, if I were like a proper gym leader, would I still go mono Bug? I don't know. I feel like theme teams are better. So when I was in Battlecraft, which I technically still am in, don't tell anyone though. I was the quote unquote weather gym leader. Never finished my team, but the plan was to build a weather themed gym, right? Rather than a monotype. And I think doing theme teams around like a gimmick generally is more interesting than doing monotype, especially because monotypes are typically very one-dimensional, right? You're forced to share a type, whereas weather teams, you can spice it up a good amount, right? So yeah, I think a really good example of that is Rayhan in Gen 8. He had a weather gym team instead of a monotype team, you know? So kind of where I'm at with that. I like ghost types. Ghost is a good type. Ghost is fun. All right, cool. I think this is probably a good place to wrap things up. We got our shiny ruin mons. I'm probably gonna end stream here. This has been fun. Chilling, hanging out. Is Giratina Ghost? Yes, Giratina's Ghost Dragon. You want to hear a cool thing I learned the other day, right? So the creation trio, right? The Gen 4 legendaries, which are often called the creation trio, right? Their types they're all dragon, but their primary types are ghost, water, and steel, right? And when you think of matter, right? There's generally 3 states of matter that everyone talks about, right? There's technically more states of matter, but there's 3 primary ones, being solid, liquid, gas, right? And somebody pointed out to me that steel is kind of the embodiment of solid, right? Because most solid matter, at least on the periodic table, if you're saying, are going to be like things that make metals, right? Liquid, right, is water. Pretty 1-to-1 there, right? All liquids in chemistry, not all, most liquids in standard chemistry are dissolved in water, right? like soda has a water base. Apple juice has a water base, right? So liquid water makes sense. And ghost air, ghosts evaporate into air or whatever. So that also kind of makes sense, right? There are little bits of stretches, right? But they, for the most part, make sense, right? Creation trio creates stuff out of matter. The three primary matters are those, and they line up pretty one-to-one. And then Gen 5, yeah, that's it, Red. Gen 5 went along and added Team Plasma, right? Which plasma is the next most common state of matter that people talk about, right? And plasma is typically portrayed as fire or lightning. And fire and electric are the types of the next generation's legendaries, right? With plasma being a major focal point of the Gen 5 games, right? So it's like this really cool web of physics, chemistry, whatever, like mixed into Pokemon that I didn't know until like 2 months ago or whatever. So I don't know if that's what their intention was or if this is just goofy coincidences, right? But I like to think that this is like, this was thought ahead and all that, right? So yeah. Anyways, tinfoil hat conspiracy time. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will be live tomorrow. Don't know what I'm going to be doing. Maybe we'll do some more of these resets. Maybe we'll play some Marvel Rivals. Maybe we'll do something else, right? But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.